Welcome to our channel where we delve into the intricacies of aviation. Today, we are on an exciting mission to dissect and compare the Su-57 and the J-20 of China. For numerous decades, the skies have been reigned by Europe and Russia with their advanced aviation technology. However, as the winds of change blow, a new contender from the east has risen to challenge this hegemony. China's fifth-generation stealth fighter, the J-20, is not just breaking through the clouds, but also breaking norms, its numbers escalating swiftly. But do the whispers of its prowess hold weight, or is it just a carbon copy of its predecessors? Stick around till the end of this video to unravel the truth about J-20 and why it might not be what you've been led to believe. In the twilight of the 20th century, the birth of stealth technology signaled a game-changing shift in the realm of military aviation. Stealth aircraft, equipped with the skills to conduct swift reconnaissance and aggressive missions, were uniquely capable of infiltrating many anti-aircraft systems. This signified a huge shakeup in operation strategies, force size, and actual combat effectiveness in major wars. Among these stealth crafts, one soars above the rest. Russia's creation, the Su-57, their most innovative stealth fighter. Famously known as the Sky Phantom, it demonstrates awe-inspiring supersonic speed, ultra-sensitive sensors, superior durability, state-of-the-art electromagnetic systems, and progressive electronic warfare capabilities. With its intimidating destructive power, the Su-57 has turned heads and raised eyebrows in the military world. The tale of the J-20 unfurls with the inception of the ambitious JXX program in the early 1990s. A daring endeavor by the Chinese government to lay their hands on the most cutting-edge combat aircraft of the future. Now you may wonder, why was this program deemed overly audacious at that point? Simply put, China was yet to traverse a long journey to truly master the craft of building such an aircraft. They were still in need of the technical prowess, the engines, and indeed the knowledge on stealth technology. What China did possess was an extensive history of replicating Soviet aircraft designs during the Cold War, coupled with, of course, substantial financial resources. As luck would have it, China found an ally in destiny. The downfall of the Soviet Union emerged as a pivotal factor, leading to China's successful procurement of advanced Soviet military technology. On top of this, the data leaks on the F-35, orchestrated by Chinese hackers in 2009, proved pivotal. To put it simply, the Chinese left no stone unturned to accumulate as much as they could, and eventually laid plans to construct their new jet, amalgamating Russian engine designs with American airframe designs. A harmonious blend of the East and West indeed. As autumn leaves started to fall in September, Russia stirred up the global news with the declaration of their unwavering commitment to the Su-57 project. They proclaimed plans to erect fresh production facilities, setting the stage for mass-producing these state-of-the-art, fifth-generation fighters at the renowned Kanaz aircraft plant, hidden deep within the Far East. These revelations suggested an imminent surge in the production of Su-57S in the years to come, a result of this massive investment. This strategic decision by Russia has sparked a renewed wave of global apprehension regarding the might of the Su-57, a name already commanding significant respect in the hushed corridors of military powerhouses. In the year 2008, a significant victory was won by the Shenyang Aircraft Corporation as they surpassed Chengdu Aircraft Corporation in a race to secure the government contract. Their mission? To breathe life into the research for the nation's fighter aircraft. Fast forward to 2011, only 3 years post their win, Shenyang Corporation pulled the curtains off their first prototype of the fifth-generation J-20 fighter. Even though the world viewed this with a fair amount of skepticism, the unveiling marked a pivotal moment in the history of Chinese aviation. Experts were quick to shrug off the initial test flights, calling the J-20 nothing more than a crude imitation of its predecessors. Yet, in all honesty, that is precisely what the J-20 was in its infancy. The design was far from innovative, borrowing elements from the F-22 and MiG 1.44 aircrafts, with its stealth characteristics heavily influenced by the F-22 and F-35 designs. Having wings of the delta shape on either side of the fuselage was another familiar feature. The wings boasted triangular edges up front and horizontal ones at the rear, a design element often seen in combat aircraft such as the French Dassault Rafale or the European Eurofighter Typhoon. But amidst these borrowed elements, the J-20 held its own, showcasing some unique features. Just how powerful is the Su-57, and why does it cause such alarm around the globe? Let's delve deeper into this in our current video dissection on military technology. Meet the J-20. a force to be reckoned with amongst the fifth-generation fighters. Sporting an impressive wingspan of 21.4 meters, it outstretches even its sizable Soviet sibling, the Sukhoi Su-57. Enhanced stability in flight? The credit goes to the canard configuration, a clever design feature that bolsters the operation of the front canards. Let's take a closer look at the tail fins. They may remind you of the F-35, but these guys have a trick up their sleeve. They move. Take a nod from the Russian Su-27 or the American F-23. And if you're wondering about those belly-mounted fins, they're there to add to that precious stability while in the air. The nose section might look familiar. It's a nod to the F-22 and F-35, right down to the intake scoops. The J-20's missile bays, divided into 3 compartments. The main bay is the home of medium to long-range missiles like the PL-12 and PL-15. Then there are secondary bays, perfect for packing short-range infrared-guided missiles, a seamless way to track and engage targets. Here's a fun tidbit. The J-20 carries missiles externally on its sides, ready for immediate combat deployment. This reduces drag and helps the missiles save energy during the initial phase. Altogether, the J-20 can pack a punch with 6 missiles in its arsenal. That's more than the F-35, but fewer than the F-22, which can carry 8. And for those who love options, the wings can accommodate additional missile-carrying pods, though this feature hasn't been seen in action just yet. But remember, too much external weaponry can compromise the stealth capabilities of this magnificent beast. The Su-57, Russia's pride and joy, is a stealth fighter of the 5th generation, crafted with precision to rival its Western counterparts like the F-22 and F-35. From its inception to its assembly line, this formidable fighter jet has soared to the pinnacle of Russian air power. The Su-57 has made such a significant impact that it earned its place in a beautifully curated commemorative book, marking the 80th anniversary of the Restoration Design Bureau. The book's introduction pays tribute to the aircraft. The design and structure of the J-20 takes substantial inspiration from various other aircraft. This may not set new records in originality, but it does showcase the potential the J-20 possesses to cause a significant stir. The Achilles heel for China's aerospace industry for years, however, has been the engines for its aircraft. To start with, the Pioneer J-20S were fitted with the Russian AL-31F engines. These engines bear a striking resemblance to those used in China's J-10 and other fighter aircraft, and were custom-tailored for China's Air Force. With the AL-31F engines in place, though, the J-20 fell short of achieving supersonic speeds. This pushed China into a corner, demanding the development of a turbofan engine based on the AL-31F. This engine earned the name WS-10. Despite the accolades China garnered for developing the WS-10 engine for the J-20, it was short-lived and prone to failure. As a result, China took up the gauntlet to further research and modify the engine to give birth to the WS-15 engine. The WS-15, a turbofan engine, made its grand debut in 2020. The futuristic 5th generation multi-role fighter jets, armed with cutting-edge artificial intelligence, enhance stealth capabilities to a new level. They effortlessly dodge radar detection, intercept aerial targets, and confront ground targets from significant distances. The year 2019 saw the mass production of these jets, the Su-57, as the Russian Ministry of Defense inked a long-term contract for over 70 of these fighter marvels. However, an intriguing twist was noticed when, despite this hefty contract, as the Su-57 was integrated into the Russian Air Force in December 2020, a mere 5 of these aircraft were deemed operational. Although the J-20 has seen substantial enhancements in its engine generation, boasting several upgrades over its predecessors, like the serrated leading edges designed to reduce radar cross-section, it still struggles with the issue of China's self-sufficiency in jet engine production. The trials of J-20 aircraft equipped with domestic engines haven't been successful, pushing the J-20 aircraft to rely heavily on the Russian AL-31F engines. However, the AL-31F engine, a product of the 1970s, is a second-generation jet engine and lacks the capacity for supersonic speeds. This roadblock in attaining supersonic capability is a hurdle the J-20 is likely to grapple with in the foreseeable future. Unquestionably, a new era in Russian aviation was marked by the entrance of these 5 Su-57s. For the first time, Russia has produced fighter jets that are devoid of any Soviet-era designs. A surge in the production of these aircraft is anticipated, aligning with Russia's armament strategies set to conclude in 2027. It's been speculated that from 2025 to 2027, the production of Su-57S will intensify, with a target of manufacturing approximately 14 units annually. Now, we're going to address the J-20's stealth capabilities. There's been some skepticism, but let's take a closer look at the J-20's exterior design. It's a notable advancement over the designs that China had previously borrowed from Lockheed Martin, the leading U.S. aircraft manufacturer. This jet features an integrated sensor targeting system that mirrors the F-35's and a strikingly similar exhaust nozzle design, right down to the raised section inside the exhaust to moderate the incoming air, making the aircraft more manageable. Though it's not as sleek as the F-22, this design is significantly lighter and less intricate. The question on our minds is this: what makes the Su-57 so exceptional that Russia is willing to pour resources into its development, even when a mere handful have been produced to date? It's no secret that despite possessing a total of just 5 operational aircraft, Russia hasn't hesitated to deploy the Su-57 in some of the world's most volatile conflict zones, including Syria. Plus, the Su-57 made headlines this year when it was utilized on Ukrainian terrain. But what exactly is it about this aircraft that makes it so remarkable? The answer lies in its unparalleled stealth capabilities. Crafted to engage and neutralize targets in the air, on ground, or at sea, the Su-57 takes pride in being Russia's debutante, 5th-generation fighter, with the competency to execute both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. With its operational range exceeding 1,500 kilometers at supersonic speed and stretching up to 3,500 kilometers at supercruise velocities, the Su-57's capabilities are nothing short of impressive. Stealthiness remains a point of contention with the Su-57, as Russia asserts its near invisibility to contemporary radars, a claim that continues to be scrutinized by experts worldwide. Yet the Su-57's forte isn't solely its stealth prowess. The aircraft is a spectacular example of Russia's bleeding-edge aerospace technology. This brings us to another marvel of the Su-57, its state-of-the-art avionics and radar systems. Outfitted with next-generation systems, including an active phased array radar and electronic warfare systems, the Su-57's electronic capabilities offer unparalleled situational awareness and tracking abilities, aiding it in evading opponent radars and anti-aircraft systems. The aircraft's arsenal includes a variety of advanced weaponry, from hypersonic missiles to anti-ship missiles, making it an adaptable adversary in combat situations. Its electronic warfare strengths enable the Su-57 to obstruct and destabilize enemy communication and radar systems, thereby undercutting their military prowess. To summarize, the formidable power of the Su-57 is derived from its unique blend of stealth, advanced radar and electronic warfare systems, supersonic speed, and the versatility of its weaponry. The combination of its sophisticated avionics and radar capabilities with its electronic warfare skills provides it with a significant edge in modern warfare. These attributes make the Su-57 a formidable adversary in the ever-evolving landscape of aerial combat. Moreover, despite criticisms aimed at its radar cross-section, it's clear that the J-20 stands superior to many contemporary fighters. Consider the Russian Su-57, for example, which has a radar cross-section lower than the majority of 4th-generation fighter aircraft. It possesses delta wings and a nose design that strikingly mirrors the Chinese aircraft under our microscope. It also features a DSI, diverterless supersonic inlet, a design element distinctly borrowed from the F-35. This design includes a hump inside the inlet to decelerate the incoming air. Essentially, it bears resemblance to the diverterless supersonic inlet found on an array of modern fighter aircraft, but with a lighter and less complicated design. If you're under the impression that the J-20 is merely a shell, you would be sorely mistaken. Take it from Kenneth Wayne, an American who had a close encounter with J-20S over the South China Sea. He was profoundly impressed by China's stealth aircraft. China has gained the ability to develop high-grade electronic equipment for its aircraft and is on the verge of overtaking Russia in this domain. Although the J-20 may not quite match the F-22 in terms of engine performance, stealth aptitude, or agility, it's far from a feeble aircraft. Looking ahead, the J-20 is poised to become a formidable nemesis to the F-35, the aircraft model utilized by U.S. allies globally. The GSH-31 bestows the ability to launch 1,800 rounds per minute during close encounters with rival aircraft on the Su-57, enhancing its agility. This renders the 5th-generation stealth fighter Su-57 a potential superior in a one-on-one dogfight scenario against the U.S. F-35 stealth fighter. This claim is supported by a statement from a Russian pilot known by the pseudonym Magamazone, quoted by Task News Agency. According to him, the Su-57 will effortlessly triumph over the F-35 in a one-on-one dogfight. The F-35 is found wanting in agility and is utterly lacking. The formidable firepower of the Su-57 is a key advantage. The National Interest magazine has pointed out the extraordinary features of the Su-57, making it a formidable adversary for its American and NATO counterparts. The publication emphasizes the Su-57's capability to utilize an array of long-range air-to-air and ground assault missiles, notably underlining its unique ability to engage targets even when they're not in direct line of sight. The Su-57's advanced electronic warfare system enables it to seamlessly track diverse aircraft types, even those equipped with stealth technology. At long last, the J-20's production pace captures our attention, a feat that even the United States finds to be an enviable achievement. The Chinese initiated mass production of the J-20S only in 2017, and at present, at least 150 aircraft are already soaring the skies as part of the Chinese Air Force. With each passing day, this tally is escalating significantly. China isn't content with merely using the technology of the erstwhile Soviet Union for its engines. In 2022, the world caught its first glimpse of a new two-seater variant of the J-20. This marked the advent of the world's first two-seater fifth-generation fighter, embodying the relentless research, trials, errors, and ongoing enhancements happening behind the scenes in China. And so, the day isn't far when China will triumph over its engine challenges and refine its aircraft to an even greater degree, stamping its dominance as a formidable force in the military aviation industry. These J-20 fighter jets, powerful and daunting, are poised to form the backbone of the Chinese Air Force in the foreseeable future. The Su-57 aircraft truly steals the show with its unique capability to collaborate with bulky unmanned aerial vehicles, or as we know them, UAVs. Picture this: the S-70 Okhotnik, also known as the Hunter, being masterfully directed by the Su-57. This seamless partnership allows these stealthy, unmanned aircraft to pierce through enemy air defenses and neutralize oncoming aerial threats. Imagine the power surge it brings to both the offensive and defensive prowess of the Russian Air Force. Quite a spectacle, isn't it? In the grand chessboard of fighter jets, the Su-57 distinguishes itself from its renowned counterparts, the F-22 and F-35, in a myriad of ways. As per Russian media reports, the Su-57 is deemed to outshine the F-22 and F-35 when it comes to versatility and adaptability for different missions. While the U.S. Air Force's F-22 Raptor is primarily crafted for establishing air supremacy, the Su-57 adds another feather to its cap with its optimized capacity to carry an extensive range of air-to-ground weaponry, enhancing its versatility remarkably. In contrast, when pitted against the Su-57, the F-35 Lightning II seems to trail behind due to its limited agility and inability to ferry particular air-to-ground armaments. These drawbacks draw their roots from the F-35's design, which is not tailored for air-to-ground roles and lacks a robust enough engine for sharp maneuvers. Its competitor, the Su-57, prides itself on two potent engines, distinctly superior to the F-22's 2D engines and the F-35's solo engine architecture. In addition, its 3D thrust vectoring system, albeit being more akin to 2, 5D exceeds the F-22's 2D engines and the less effective engine of the F-35. The F-35 has shown to be less effective when placed against an F-16 in theoretical air-to-air battles, while the Su-57's powerful engines and 5D thrust vectoring system give it a clear edge. Summarizing, the Su-57 is often depicted by numerous experts as a fighter jet that outshines other 5th-generation aircraft on a global scale, even the formidable Chinese J-20. Given its extraordinary abilities, it's no surprise that Russia continues to fund the growth and manufacturing of the Su-57.